We pour into this cup so it overflows.
Never, never, never die. 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 Never die.
All right. This is the Angry Dad. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. And before we get into today's sponsors or today's show, I want to get into the sponsors of Everyday Fit Life. If you're looking for a plan, a program, something that you can follow that's a 1, 2, 3 easy step to achieve your body goals of losing weight, feeling great. I'm talking about getting a lean body, getting a strong body, just depending on what you want to do. You can get help. You can get 30 days, 60 days, 90 days worth of help. You just follow the program. And when you follow the program, you will achieve results. And the thing too is each one of these comes with a workout that follow it to help speed up the process. So if you want to eat right, work out in a synergistic way, guess what? You can do that with Everyday Fit Life. You can get with code Angry Dad, you get 20% off and get hooked up at Everyday Fit Life. Max Performance Peptides. For those who are interested in peptides, those who are willing and wanting to learn about peptides, Max Performance Peptides can help you. They've built and established a community that can teach you the hows, the whys, the whats, the whens, the stacks, the things you want to do. BP 157, TB 500, you hear this all the time, the Wolverine stack. And if you want to learn in depth on how this works, where to get it, and how to get hooked up at Max Performance Peptides, link is in the notes. Use code AngryDad for 10% off. Get hooked up at Max Performance Peptides. Let's get into today's show. All right. In a relationship, no one ever thinks it's going to be hard. You know, relationships are hard in themselves. It's two people trying to live together. It's two people trying to stay together. It's two people who are fighting a battle against the world. You know, I've been in a couple of failed relationships, a couple of failed marriages, but the thing is I didn't know how it was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? We watch movies, we read books, we watch TV. We have this unrealistic expectation of what a marriage, a relationship, a partnership is in that facet. You know, I thought it was always going to be a very specific way. The man works, the wife takes care of everything else, and, you know, set on, and that's just how it fucking goes. That's honestly what my perception of it was. I didn't have any real relationships to watch growing up. You know, my mom, uncles, all that stuff. You know, I lived in a very chaotic life. I don't ever regret my life growing up because I loved it. I had a great fucking time. I had great fucking memories of all my friends, cousins, family, all that stuff. But the thing is I just had a misconception of what I thought a real relationship is. And a real relationship, a real bond, a marriage is hard work. And it's something you can't shy away from. You have to put in the time, you have to put in the effort. You have to work with your partner. You have to work with the person that you choose to be with. You have to choose to be happy. You have to work to be happy. You have to, you know, have back and forth. Not every day is going to be sunshine and rainbows. There's going to be arguments. There's going to be bumping heads. There's going to be a lot of confusion. But the thing is that's part of the relationship. That's part of working through the relationship and having the relationship. I've gone through these things and learned from my failures actually what I want and what I want my relationship to be. When I mean my failures, I'm talking about not being able to communicate, not being able to talk, not being able to express my problems, my feelings, my thoughts, my emotions, or even the way I'm looking at things, my perspective on life. They're fighting me. They're not going with me. Well, guess what? They can't fucking help you if you're not going with their flow too. Because it's two fucking people. They see it one way, you see it the other way. But at the same time, if there's no communication, there's a complete breakdown of fucking what the fuck is really going to fucking happen. The expectation of the result that you're looking for doesn't fucking exist. You know, you have to work for this relationship. You have to work for this marriage. You have to work for this partnership. But also, too, you need to give into it. It's 100-100. It's never 50-50. You have to put in as much as you're willing to get. All right. I'm all in, so I put all in. And my wife does the same thing. We pour into this cup so it overflows. And when it overflows, there's plenty to give for our family. But at the same fucking time, it's not going to always be the same amount of energy because guess what? I'm not feeling good today. She's not feeling too good day. She's out of it. I'm out of it. And, you know, we compensate. There's an ebb and flow here. You work with it, you learn from it, you push, you pull, all these different dynamics that you have to understand that what it takes to be in a relationship, to be in a marriage that's healthy. You know what I'm saying? It's not all sunshine and rainbows. We all have that honeymoon phase in our relationships, and when that honeymoon phase is hit, it ends. That's when you really see who a person is and where their loyals and lies and loyalty and respect lie. You know, a lot of us jump into things thinking everything's going to be fucking great. This is going to fix the whole situation, but you got to start fixing yourself first and understanding what you want, what you need to do, and how to build a solid fucking relationship. You know, it took me a long fucking time to get over myself, to pull my own head out of my ass to understand how I want to live my life and what I want my life to be. You know, and I always lived by that after I figured it the fuck out. And then I met a person who wasn't scared of what I wanted, wasn't scared to deal with my shit, wasn't scared of a little hard fucking work, because that's what it is. It's hard work to be in love with somebody. It's hard work to care for somebody. It's hard work to live in peace. You have to know what the bullshit is. You have to know what the war is. You have to know what the trouble is to understand what you want in peace, what you want in a relationship, what you want in happiness. My happiness and my peace and what I want is to be cared for, to be loved for, to be shown affection for. All right. To have an appreciation of me. And I always push that back out because I need to make sure that they understand that. But also, too, everybody's things that they want are different. Some people need more physical things done. Some people need more mental things done. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things that need to be given in a relationship, but you have to work on it to learn what you got to give. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. It is really fucking hard to pinpoint what you think you want and then to actually know what you want. And when I mean no, it takes trials and tribulations to get there. You know what I'm saying? People always talk about they want, I want happiness. I want, a great job. I want peace in my house. Well, guess what? What are you giving and what are you doing for that peace? What are you doing and what are you working on for that financial, situation? What are you doing to make your significant other so there's happiness there that you're being cared for? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not one-sided. It's coming from both angles. You know what I'm saying? It takes two people to be in the relationship, not just fucking one. And a lot of times we are either the one giving it all or we're the one taking it all. You just have to understand which one you are. Like I said, I've gone through my pitfalls of what I thought I wanted, but now that I have a much more clear image on what I want, I've been happily married for over 6 years. I feel like it's been over 6 years. I'm pretty sure it is, but it's flown by so fast. Every time I turn around, it just felt like we got married. It's because I have the support that I need. You know what I'm saying? One of the things that I always wanted in my life is someone to believe in. I didn't know that was a thing I needed, but it is actually something that was one of the biggest things in my life that I actually need, because I have ambitions, I have ideas, I have things that I want to do in my life, but I had always had responsibilities that I always had to put my beliefs and the dreams and the things that I wanted to do on the back burner. And I always put them on the back burner because I knew what my responsibilities are, but I didn't know I needed someone to be like, you can do that. That's possible. Why don't you do that? You should work towards that. I will help you do that. That gave me the confidence and the boost to do an awful lot of things that I'm doing now. And if I didn't have that, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'd still just be doing the same old, not really believing in myself. But now that I have the support and the belief and the understanding that they think I'm capable of it and that they're my support in that system of like helping me believe in myself, I've been able to change my life. I've been able to change the things that I do. I've been able to become the person that I wanted to become. But that's also something that I had to learn that I needed. You know what I'm saying? It always feels good when my wife tells me, you can do that. Because I've had a lot of people in my life tell me that I can't do that. That's stupid. It's a waste of fucking time. basically saying they don't believe in you. Like I said, just that little pivot, that little change, that little something that I didn't know I needed to hear here in my head, in my ear, and in my life really changed my outlook on how I live my life now. Because I also want to give that. I always want to make sure that they understand that I believe in them, that I support their ideas, I support their dreams, I support what they want to do, and I will be involved in that. It's hard because if you don't know until you hear something or do something or feel something, you don't know how important something is to you. But that's why you have to go through life. You know what I'm saying? It's understanding when you have these little light bulb moments that happen and you get that idea, you hear that right thing, and it's like that triggers what you needed to hear to change your life. And it's that just having that in my life now has triggered the real path to happiness in my life. And that's what I'm trying to help you guys figure out. It's understanding what they want, understanding what you want, but also too fucking talking about it, speaking on it, and bringing it to truth. You know what I'm saying? Actions speak louder than words, but you have to put in the action. You can always talk about it, you can always speak on it, but the thing is you have to prove what you're willing to do. You have to show it. You have to give it. You know what I'm saying? You have to pour it into this cup because that's what you're both doing in this life. In a relationship, when two people come together and really want to change each other's lives, that's what it fucking takes. Like I said, it's the small gestures that you don't think are important are the most important because everybody's love language is completely fucking different. You just got to know and understand how to give that love language, show that love language, speak that love language, because that's part of building a healthy relationship. That's the part about fucking changing the whole dynamic of how you see and talk to each other to build this. It's putting in the work. It's putting in the time. It's putting in the effort. And the more you do this, the bigger the foundation becomes, the bigger the house becomes, the bigger the success comes. Like I said, I had to go through a lot of bullshit in my life just to kind of figure this the fuck out. And, it's dramatically changed my life. I always try to fucking talk about these things because the level of communication, the level of understanding, the level of just fucking being happy by just doing the best for your life and sharing that with the ones that you want to share it with can change everything. And like I said, I know I ramble on and I fucking go on about all this communication, all these fucking buzzwords of fucking, communicate, fucking, show affection, fucking, mental health, fucking anxiety, depression, all these things. But this is all stuff that I've had to learn. All right. There were no terms. There was no fucking like, oh, this is what this is. You need to take a pill for this. You need to do this. It was like, and at the end of the day, once I learned what my issues and my problems were, I was able to put a label on them and I was able to work on them. You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to take any pills. I never wanted to take any fucking things. I just needed to confront my issue, my problem, and the things that I wanted in my life. And when I started doing that, it flipped the script on me, letting me reflect on what am I doing to be successful at what I want? What am I doing to achieve the goals that I want? What am I doing to achieve what I actually want in my life, which is happiness? All right. And my version of happiness is a great family, a fucking a comfortable life. Me being able to do the things that I want to do every day without any fucking stress. That's my version of happiness here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking for what I want. And I'm also working really hard for what I want to be able to be fucking happy on an everyday basis. And, like I said, not every day is a great day, but guess what? Every day is a day that I get to wake up and do as I want and do the things that I want to do with the people that I want to do them with. And it's all because I put in the time, I put in the effort, and I talk about this fucking bullshit that I'm fucking speaking on. And I say bullshit because I'm trying to minimize it so you guys don't think it's this giant fucking hurdle. It's not. It's taking the first fucking step to reflect on yourself and what are you doing to fucking help you? Because it starts with you. You start at the top. Everybody in their pyramid starts at the fucking top. and then it goes down and spreads down to everybody else. You, your wife, your kids, your family. You see what I'm saying? So if you take care of number one, you take care of yourself, and you build that foundation of the understanding of who you are, what you want, and being able to speak on it without anybody putting you fucking down. Because as soon as someone fucking starts being negative about your fucking life and what you're doing to try to achieve those fucking goals, understand that's not the kind of person you need in your life. And if you can't talk to them or have them understand or them even try to work with what you're trying to do, that's another indication that you need to check on who you keeping in your fucking circle, who you keep tight close to you, who, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, your loved ones, those who really care for you, will support you, will be there for you through these difficult times and good times. And you know what? We stretch those relationships thin, but also too, they never fucking break when they're the real ones. That's just what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I've stretched a lot of those relationships real fucking thin and fucked up a lot of fucking shit in my life. But at the same fucking time, those that I care for, those that I love, have stuck around with through all my fucking bullshit. You know, like I said, I fucked up a lot. I never fucking claimed to be fucking perfect. But what I do claim is I've always owned my fucking mistakes and pushed myself fucking forward to get what I fucking want. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult, it's hard, but at the same fucking time, it is worth it. Putting in the time, putting in the effort, and understanding that it takes work to build the foundation you need to have a great relationship, to be a power fucking couple, to be the kind of people that people, you know, inspired to fucking be. I'm not saying people inspired to be me and my wife. All right. I'm just saying I'm trying to give a fucking goal point. I'm just trying to fucking point a fucking finger. I don't have all the fucking answers, but I'd have some. And I'm willing to give those fucking answers to those who are fucking listening. I push forward and I persevere through all the fucking life, all of my life. You know what I'm saying? I've had a lot of downs and I've only had a few ups, but I'm on my up right now. And that up right now is taking me to the place that I want to fucking be, peace and happiness. And I want that for you guys too. So guess the fuck what? This is the Angry Motherfucking Dad. You want to watch my shit? YouTube. You want us to do a Spreaker, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, SoundCloud, Deezer, iHeartRadio. This motherfucker's everywhere. You can easily fucking find it. Rate, review, like, subscribe, all that fucking bullshit. I'm also part of the Inner Circle Podcast Network, group of powerful podcasters out there sharing their shit. That is innercirclepn.com. We'll take it to every one of our websites, every one of our shows. So make sure you check it the fuck out because we have shows as The Plunge, Failing Hollywood, Simmons and More, The Untrained Eye, The Hood Diner, Shit Happens When You Party Naked. Make sure you check it the fuck out. And I'll see y'all motherfuckers on the next one. Bye.
Always living, always living, always living, always living, always living, always living.